All right, so I know for a fact I didn't speak too much about my new hard enduro on the first video, on the first ride. I still have, I'm gonna drop, of course, after you guys hear this video, there's gonna be another one that was dropped from this new pickup. But the only thing is, I don't speak too much on it. I just give you guys some minor details because, again, the bike is still new. We can check here. We have 6 hours total. Hopefully you can see that. We have 6 hours total on the bike. Before I can give a full in detail review about the bike, I actually want to get 15 to 20 hours on it, and like that I can compare suspension with prior suspensions that I've used, etc, etc. Like, try to give you guys the best detailed review that I can possibly give you. Now, as far as what I feel about the bike, how I feel about it, I mean, and how good it is on the trails compared to my YZ250FX, this is definitely easier to ride. But there's some things about the YZ250FX that I love compared to this bike. And then there's things that I like about this bike that I don't like about the YZ250FX. So just stick around. We're gonna go ride around this local trails in our neighborhood, of course, of Philly. And I'm just gonna start talking about the bike. I'm gonna give you guys the small details that I know about the bike so far, the things that I've actually experimented so far. For example, like the front forks and the rear shocks. Now, sorry sometimes that I sound like I have a lisp, but it's because I wear the helmet, and the helmet is a full face and it squeezes my cheeks. No homo. Anyways, I love the bike so far, so stick around. We're gonna rip around and we're gonna talk a little bit about the bike. All right, so let's start off by talking about the starter and engine cutoff. A lot of people were nagging and kind of, you know, not talking too fond of this right here. You know, of course, traditionally you have starter on one side, engine turn off on the other. In this bike, you have start up on the bottom, cut off on the top. Honestly, I don't mind it. I'm actually a fan of it. I actually like it. Only thing that I don't like on this bike, as far as these two buttons, they feel too fake. Like you don't get like a click out of them. You know how some buttons you get a click when you press them. This you don't get a click. Like you can kind of hear, but the bottom one, you really kind of don't get a click. You see that I'm not pressing it all the way, but it's really it's no click there. So you don't kind of get a good feel of pressing the button. But I'm a fan of having it both on the same spot, because I can easily remember on off, on off. Even though you can remember on off or on off, I actually like it here. As far as these buttons here, we have our green map, our white map. These new 24s come with the green map and the white map. I've used the white map a few times. I'm not a fan of it. It cuts the power so damn bad on the bike. It still has power, but it cuts it too much for my liking. This bike I already feel as though it's easy enough to ride, and especially compared to my 4-stroke. So it's easy to ride, so the green map for me is very easy and tame compared to a 4-stroke again. But yeah, let's go take it for a little spin. Alright, so hopefully you guys can hear me pretty clear on this video. I don't have my mic set up I just have my multimedia kit set up right now, which sometimes helps with the audio quality a little bit, but I like how the mic stuff sounds a little bit better. So suspension wise, this bike, I still feel as though it's a little bit stiff. I've done I've done 20 clicks on the top, which is compression speed, increase or decrease. I've increased it. Dampening on the bottom, I'm at 24 clicks. In the back, I'm at 90 sag, I believe. Yeah, it's like 90 sag. And as far as dampening, I'm on 24 clicks, and compression speed maxed out because I felt like the suspension was still too hard on this bike. Now, as far as how she feels going up hills, she actually feels pretty good. It's not too bad, but I actually like how the YZ feels better. So we're gonna do this mild hill right here, kind of show y'all. There we go. There you go. Whew, there you go. All right. So suspension is feeling lovely. I hit that first bump right there to kind of catch some air, just to see how it feels on the rebound and on the dampening. But so far, so good. Welcome back, guys. So I'm pretty much gonna do a few minute voiceover while you guys enjoy the background riding that I do throughout this little warm up, and kind of little. I think it was what, Saturday. Yeah, this was like a Saturday ride, early morning. I decided to go out, vlog, and speak a little bit on the bike. But of course, sometimes when I'm riding, I forget to actually speak, due to the fact that, you know, when sometimes some of us that are like this, I know not all of us are the same, but whenever I'm riding, it's just kind of total silence, me and the bike, and I'm just, you know, just enjoying the ride. Now when it's street riding, we have the intercoms, we're going back and forth, we're laughing, etc, etc. But we passed this hill right here. I couldn't cleanly dominate it with my YZ250 FX, but I come back later to it. But let's talk a little bit on the bike. I do speak on the suspension a little later down the line on the video where I'm actually speaking while I'm riding. But you guys are gonna see what happened. I actually fall and injure myself throughout this ride out, and doing this review for you guys because, let's just say, I got a little too happy, and you know, I misjudged something, and you know, things happen. So I dislocated my shoulder, let's put it like that. So I'm kind of on standby for the time being, and then, you know, it's back to riding. But again, the KTM 300xc-w 2024. Engine, super smooth. Power delivery, it is so linear. I would like to compare it to e-bike as far as how linear the power feels, but let's just say this, it feels like a diesel. So if you ever driven a turbo diesel and you felt how the power from down low is there at all times, and it's just a linear pull throughout the RPMs, this is literally what you're getting. And then of course you get that nice hit once, you know, the power valves all adjust to the correct settings that the computer, of course, because now is electronic, it's just linear, just so linear, and the power's there anytime. It wakes up anytime. You can be in third, fourth gear crawling, and I'm talking about, going up hills, you know, 30-40% grades. Like for example, right here. This was about like a 25, I would say 25 grade, 25% around there, 20-25. Don't quote me on it, but that was fourth gear on the lowest like RPM that I could kind of go up that hill, and I could have probably even went slower, honestly. But again, I only have 6 hours on the bike. As you can see, I'm here, you know, double blipping to kind of break in the suspension again. You know, I'm out here just trying to put in some hours on the bike in order to give you guys the best review on it. But as far as now, if we talk about, let's say, we already spoke on the engine. Now let's say, okay, the position. If you guys see my videos, my prior videos on my YZ, and you guys see this one, you guys will notice that sometimes you guys can't even see my handlebars, because when I stand up on this bike, I sit so forward compared to any other bike. It's ridiculous. Like, you feel it. It's literally forward. But as far as how does it feel, the balance feels amazing. When you jump, it just feels so natural. Going up hills feels natural. Of course, you know, the foot pegs are changed on the bike. The frame is 98% different. The bike is amazing, guys. I'm gonna put more hours into it, as promised. I'm recovering again from dislocated shoulder, that you guys are gonna see how it happened at the end of the video. But I'm going to get back, put some hours on her, and actually, you know, give you guys an in-depth review of the 24 KTM 300xc-w Hard Enduro Edition. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share with a friend, fellow KTM lover, because like I said, man, I got injured doing this vlog for you guys. So show some love, man. Enjoy the video. I'm gonna be dropping way more KTM updates and review on this bike. Let's get it. As I ride, I'm gonna continue talking more about the bike. So as far as the suspension thing, I'm gonna keep saying it. KYB so far has the upper hand. Woo! Sorry, I got motivated. I'm trying to get fast on this shit. Overturn. Alright, so as far as suspension wise, the bike, this closed cartridge suspension doesn't feel as good yet. Maybe because I need to break it in, but it is feeling good. But the thing is, I have it almost maxed out on every soft setting. Bye, boys. Alright, so again, I keep getting motivated on these nice little short little tracks here at Juniata. The KYBs that I didn't do compared to this one, I just did a few little dampening setups. I never did the sag, I never did the compression, speed, none of that. With this one, I did all that. So my whatchamacallit, my traction in the back is amazing. And she's starting to feel good. Like I said, I'm gonna actually give a full review. So guys, full review on this soon as I get at least 20 hours on her, because I got 20 hours on the KYB. So why not at least give this one 20 hours before I start talking trash. Woo! But she feels great though. Oh. Alright, so this is the clip where I actually dislocate my shoulder. Sorry that the camera has no stability. For some reason it turned off on this clip, but I'll let you guys listen in. I think I dislocated my arm. Alright, hold on. Come on. Somebody grab my arm.
Done? It's fucked up?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll check.
Come on. Come on.
What you trying to do?
Pull it out. Come on, como un hombre.